Hey guys, your boy M.K.S. Back to you with another video. Technically it's Saturday the 27th because 12:51, so it's technically a new day. But anywho, on Fridays I like to sleep as possible and things like that. So I know I do that on most days anyway. But I have a dilemma like on Fridays and Mondays. I know I mentioned it before. So I was ever sorry for repeating myself. But yeah, so I like to be flexible, but a lot of time on other days like Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and so forth, I like to plan and structure my day. Like I'll do these things I've talked about before, like timelines, where I try and plan out as best as possible when I want to wake up and what I want to do for each hour and things like that. What I want to do by a certain amount of time. Anyway, I'll try and make this video as fun as possible as I normally try and do. And anywho, here goes. I'll talk about a list of some of my plans for Fridays in the future. And unfortunately, I didn't get quite as many plans as I would like to have done in these 3 months that I'm trying to focus on empowering Asia. But I hope that my plan, well, YouTube videos or whatever, will make some different. My ideas and that will make some difference in the future. But anyway, I'll try and have a bit of fun with this list and see what I can come up with. But so here goes. Yeah. So number one, I like Fridays. I love to be like fun Fridays, but I love to be more flexible. So like just to write whatever ideas come to my mind if I can, and go with the flow, so to speak, and not really be too structured. But it's quite difficult because I have these patterns like pizza Fridays and things like that, and I like to have pizza every possible Friday and garlic bread and chips and things like that, and Pepsi or Coke, and like sort of these sort of patterns that I have. But I should be more flexible, as I say. And also, like normally I like to have showers, but on Fridays I love to have love to have a bath, and that's probably a bit trivial. So this is probably not as fun as I want it to be, but I will try my best to make it more interesting. Anyway, so yeah, I love to do things that I find fun and find fun things to do, like especially if the weather's nice, like a walk through like nice fields and stuff like that, and just find things that I find fun, like football. I love to do more videos about football and fun things. Unfortunately, I didn't organise myself to do videos about football. Anyway, on that note, number two, like football fun Fridays. An idea came up a while back, like to get people together to play football. As an Italian fan, I love this to be done in Italy, but really I love Italians to practice for at least an hour a day or as many hours as possible every single day, as much as possible, generally. But yeah, so I love to do things like, I know with my patterns and iterations, I love to do like stuff that begins with, like for Friday stuff that begins with F, generally, having fun and like looking at the more fun side of my ideas and things like that. Number three, I love to share things about comedy and like for instance on my Facebook, share things about like funny clips or comedy and that sort of thing. Number four, I was thinking today like about I'm not sure if this is a new idea of mine, because a lot of time I come up with ideas and then I don't always do as well, like putting them into practice and things like that. So I'm not sure if this is, as I say, a new idea of mine, but I was thinking of like people in Africa and Asia and places like that, maybe like what I call the four generally, especially from Africa and Asia, making things like caps, like what you say, thug life or pug life. I have a picture of a pug, or things like chug life or stuff like that, where someone has like a bottle and they drink from it, or things like that. So all sorts of merchandise, basically, to put it simply, what they could make and market it around the world, and like baby shark toys, baby shark caps, all sorts of things to do with baby shark, which is really popular for the kids and all that. So if people in Kenya or India or a place like that, and another thing they can make nowadays, I suppose, is masks. So I'd love for people in Africa and Asia to make those sorts of things, like masks and things like that, and face masks, all sorts of things, like market things around the world, and hopefully like they can manufacture them and sell them, and maybe even like work together to make these things like masks, but also like fun things, like say like caps that say thug life or chug life or pug life or things like that, and that sort of thing. Number five, again, like my quirky ideas, like the Dyslexic Billionaires United Company and things like that, and all sorts of billionaires United companies. And I love to talk about the fun side of those sorts of things, like stories about them, and also like remember my train of thought of what I was going to say. But yeah, it's the funner side of my ideas, like fun with finances or stuff. Like in Big Bang Theory, like Sheldon Cooper talks about fun with flags, so I could probably do fun with finances. So I talk about ideas and the more fun side of economics, perhaps, maybe not. I know he's quirky like me. So anyway, number 6, like things like Feminist Friday or Feminism Friday. I talked before like how I can be a bit sexist or misogynistic myself, so maybe to make up for that, I'd love to, if I was more organised, I would have thought of these ideas or remember them at the time. I would have done like more videos about, I did discuss them with my friends on Facebook, some of my friends, but and share them on my profile and things like that, but I'd love to do things like focus on, like, say, supporting Asian female entrepreneurs, writers, authors, poets, creatives, more girls across Asia, females of all ages, especially younger ones, because I think the earlier they learn, the better. To learn things like, because all my tech ideas I want to say for Africa would be like science, young girls learning science and being encouraged to get into the sciences, engineering, economics, finances, politics, business, enterprise, learning English to give them more opportunities to do trade around the world. Again, they can be making things, designing things, just being generally empowered. And I wonder if there's more female politicians and empowerment in Asia. Would there be more better treatment, like tackling assaults, shall we say, to put simply, being careful what language I use just in case. But yeah, so like if India, say for instance, had more female politicians, would they be able to pass legislation which protected fellow females, especially girls? So hopefully that'll make up a little bit for my sometimes occasional sexism or misogyny. But yeah, so I'd love to support female entrepreneurs in Asia and Africa and places like that. So like Africa has She Leads Africa and Lionesses of Africa. I was thinking like loads of different names for organisations, like Tigresses of Asia, could be the Asian equivalent of Lionesses of Africa, and there could be She Leads Asia as well, empowers Asian women in politics, business, and all sorts of areas. And things like that. But I think that if there's so many organisations, maybe it's better just to have one or two and they work together. So like, or maybe if you do have lots of organisations, I think it'd be good if they did meet and discuss and talk about what they can learn from each other. So like, even She Leads Asia and She Leads Africa could work together as well. She Talks Asia and things like that. So they could give females an empowering voice in Asia, and also like mentoring young girls, which I hope to talk about as well, providing role models and things like that as well. Number 7, again, I hope to go with the flow. Like sometimes I like to be too structured, but like I think the problem is like sometimes I have targets that I want to do, or I want to do certain things by certain days, and then if I don't do them, I become frustrated. So that's sort of, maybe if I'm going to be more flexible, I shouldn't really care about what specific end goals I have, but more. I am someone who's like driven by trying to get end goals if I can. I like to have something to work towards. So I'm not really someone who works hard without having something that I'm working towards. Like, but yeah, so I know some people might say, well, my results haven't been that great, but I hope that they will be in the future. Number 8, I'd love to make like loads of people in Asia, especially with dyslexia or ADHD, become entrepreneurs and maybe even millionaires and billionaires as much as possible. I know I've talked about that before, but I find that it'd be quite an interesting project to work on and something to work on. But I hope to, as I say, have a lot of fun as well. And that's the balance between being passionate about doing things and also like one problem I have is like, because I have so many ideas, like I don't always I sometimes procrastinate and think, should I work on this one or should I work on that one? Whereas if I just started it and went for it, I'd probably have more fun in a way. So sometimes I try and do that, but like when I come up with one idea, another idea comes in my mind, so I'm going to start thinking which one should I go for, or again wanting things to be just so. If I just went with the flow, it might be a bit better. 9, again, I love to support female authors, writers, poets, artists, and that sort of thing, especially across Asia and Africa too. And number 10, again, especially young girls to be empowered, supporting education. I'm not a big fan of academia, but I think it does have a place. Maybe more girls to be inspired, again, in sciences and becoming doctors, being politicians, entrepreneurs, and that sort of thing. As ever, please let me know what you think, how you think I did, and any other thoughts you have. I know I tried to make it a fun video, so I hope it wasn't too boring, and hopefully someone out there, or some people out there, found it interesting. Anyway, I'm out. Peace and love.